path is here. The heart is ready, it's ready. All life is one, the light is here. Let us hear, let us wake up. All life is one, the light is here. Let us wake up, wake up. All life is one, the light is here. Let us hear, let us wake up. All life is one, the light is here. Let us wake up, wake up. Look at the hands of the brother, see the same blood in the palm. Look at the eyes of the sister, see the same fire in the soul. The hunger in the hunger, the pain in the street is our pain. We are the fragments of the great plan. Broken pieces seeking the whole. Lift the heavy spirit from the dust. Wash the tired mind in the stream. We do not lead with pride. The vibration of the truth is enough. The power of the peace is the key. Let us rise above the noise. Let us walk into the center, the center, the center, the center. All life is one, the light is here. Let us hear, let us wake up. All life is one, the light is here. Let us wake up, wake up. All life is one, the light is here. Let us hear, let us wake up. All life is one, the light is here. Let us wake up. One breath for the nation, one breath for the world, one breath for the people, one breath for the spirit, one breath. The path is clear, the path is clear. Let us wake up. The path is clear. Love is the master. Love is the master. Love is the master. All life is one, the light is here. Let us hear, let us wake up. All life is one, the light is here. Peace in the heart. Let us wake up. Peace in the world. Wake up. Peace in the world.
Clear. Okay, check.
Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. 1, 2. Asphalt burning through the thin rubber soles of worn sneakers. Centrifugal force pulling hard on the rusted bicycle frame. Down the steep hill where the wind whipped the eyes watery. Kinetic energy stored in the marrow of the small brittle bones. No destination needed, just the pure sensation of the velocity. Sliding sideways on the loose gravel near the edge of the creek. Everything was a blur of emerald green and slate gray. Before the map was drawn and the boundaries were cemented fast. Now the metronome is clicking inside the back of the skull. A relentless ticking that refused to find the natural groove. The calendar is a sequence of rapid fire staccato bursts. Every morning is a race against the inevitable afternoon sun. I remember the weight of the silver coins in the denim pocket, how they clattered like a cushion section on the wooden porch. That rhythmic chaos was the sound of a summer that never ended, until the syncopation shifted and the tempo began to accelerate. Irrational numbers and the geometry of the disappearing horizon. The math doesn't add up when the subtraction is as constant. Looking for the lost frequency in the static of the present. Where did it go? It went. Tension building in the throat like a high tension wire. A sudden departure from the main melody into a minor key. Dissonance is the only thing that feels honest in the humidity. Walking the dog at midnight through the cool blue atmosphere. The pavement is different now, cold and unforgiving beneath the feet. But the swing is still there, hiding in the shadows of the oaks. A memory of a somersault that lasted for 100 years, breathless and authoritativity. The movement continues toward the end. No arrival, just a perpetual motion of the wandering soul, accepting the blur as the only beautiful thing left to witness. Keep moving, just keep moving. Velocity fading out. One more time, yeah. Breathe. Let the needle find the groove. Amber rays through the kitchen glass. Grandmother sorting legumes on the table. Salt of the earth in every crease of her palm. The radiator in every crease of her palm. The radiator clicking a rhythmic cadence. I measure wealth in these snapshots. Not currents, but the currency of presence. Remember the wool sweater itching my neck. The smell of cinnamon and cooling rain. Linoleum floors cool against bare feet. Stability found in the mundane rituals. Holding the heavy iron key to the front door. Holding the heavy iron key to the front door. The weight of history in a small piece of metal. The way the tea steam curled like a question. The way the tea steam curled like a question. Ironing boards creaking under the heavy press. Preserve the frequency of the heart. Appreciation is the highest form of mathematics. Gratitude in the resonance of the moment. Nothing lost, only stored in the marrow. Walk in the park where the maples turn crimson. Recalling the lecture on the bench by the pond. Father spoke of integrity. Like a tangible object, build your tangible object. Build your character with the patience of mastery. I see a silhouette in the way I stand now. Transmitting the signal across generations. No digital ghost, just the warmth of a handshake. The tea steeping until the water turns dark. Bitterness balanced by the honey turns dark. Bitterness balanced by the honey of memory. Every syllable he uttered had a specific gravity. I carry the volume of those afternoons. Open the pages when the world feels thin. The sound of the latch clicking into place. The sound of the latch clicking into place. Safety was a sound I could recognize blind. Safety was a sound I could recognize blind. Weighted down but lifting up. Preserve the frequency of the heart. Appreciation is the highest form of mathematics. Gratitude in the resonance of the moment. Nothing lost, only stored in the marrow. Keep the record spinning. Check the vibration. 1, 2. Pavement heat rising through soles of leather boots. Marrow carrying the weight of ancient roots. Equilibrium found in the sway of the train. Respiration remains steady despite the heavy rain. Observe the merchant stacking crates of citrus fruit. Every gesture is a branch of a deeper pursuit. Survival is a math problem we solve daily. Mental blocks crumbling like old limestone lately. The city is a classroom without any walls. History echoes through the narrow market stalls. I am navigating by the stars and intuition. Breaking the cycle of a stagnant tradition. The frequency of the upright bass feels tectonic. Linking the physical to the purely harmonic. Manifesting clarity in a world of distortion. Demanding the spirit receive its rightful portion. Breath is the only sovereign border. Sound is the architecture of the order. Release the way. Freedom is the improvised measure. Find the truth. The internal search is the greatest treasure. Ink spills like water on a parched tongue. Speaking for the elders and the very young. Reject the factory where the spirit gets sold. Refining the essences until the copper turns bold. Mathematics of the struggle mapped on my skin. Knowing where the history ends and I begin. The microphone acts as a heavy anchor. Pulling truth from the harbor of the banker. No nursery rhymes or predictable patterns here. Just the sound of a consciousness becoming clear. The movement of the reed is the movement of life. cutting through the tension like a duller knife. I am architect and the stone simultaneously, living my purpose and doing it spontaneously. The rhythm is a vehicle for total liberation, a conversation between me and the whole creation. Breath is the only sovereign border. Breathe deep. Sound is the architecture of the order. Release the wave. Freedom is the improvised measure. The internal search is the greatest treasure. Let it breathe. Improvise. One with the sound. So benign. Always. Edges on the paper. Rough edges on the paper. Heavy ink on my thumb. The sun hits the wood. Dust moves in the air. Everything is quiet now, safe inside the margins. Everything is quiet now. So quiet. The clock on the wall. The clock on the wall feels like it stopped. Just me and the shells, waiting for ink to dry. Take your time. Everything is quiet now, safe inside the margins. Everything is quiet now. So quiet. Back to page 1. Let it rest. Yeah. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep that piano rolling. Sitting by the sill, watching rain wash the suit. Yellowed ivory keys under my heavy thumb. The ghost of your touch on the middle C. Dust dancing in the late after middle C. Dust dancing in the late afternoon gray. I play that sequence we used to loop when the rent was late and the stove was cold. Now the linen is fine, but the heart is worn. Looking down at the block from the 4th floor. Brownstone memories wrapped in damp wool. You were the harmony to my rough percussion, a jazz standard in a world of static noise. I pressed the pedal and let the chord sustain, feeling the vibration in my marrow. We were a masterpiece scribbled on a napkin before the ego in the city split the atom. It is that same old melody again, playing through the cracks of what we built. Bittersweet notes on a wooden frame, the same song echoing in the lobby of my mind. Every time I remember the way you leaned against the lid, humming softly while the radiator hissed. The scent of rainy asphalt and cheap red wine mapping out our ascent on a mental grid. We played for the gods in the basement suite. We played for the gods in the basement suite. Now I am solo in a gallery of silence, trading sophisticated lines for a sense of peace. The keys are chipped like the life we led, but the resonance is still heavy and pure. I find your essence in the minor shifts, a sonic architecture of everything we lost. The window shows the skyline cutting the clouds, but the music pulls me back to the start. One more time through the bridge we crossed before the record skipped and the needle broke. It is that same old melody again, playing through the cracks of what we built. Bittersweet notes on a wooden frame, echoing in the lobby of my mind. Every time, let it play out, just let it play. Ivory and ebony, the weight of the notes, so heavy. Yeah. Cinematic, fading. Walking past the brick wall, moss growing in the cracks. You used to sit here, teaching me how to breathe. Watching the sky turn gray. Same old worn out sneakers. The way you spoke, like a quiet radio, just soft enough to hear, soft enough to hear. I still carry that tone in the way I walk, walking past the brick wall, moss growing in the cracks. You are still here, teaching me how to breathe. Watching the sky turn gray, quietly finding my way. Spoke like a quiet radio, just soft enough to hear, soft enough to hear. I still carry that tone in the way I walk. Thanks for the silence, for the silence. It stays with me, just drifting now. Brass cold against the lip, reed dry as the sidewalk out front. Wait for the bass to find the pocket, find the pocket. 1 foot tapping on the scarred wood, wool suit sharpen on the scarred wood. Wool suit sharp across the shoulders, lungs full of the gray haze hanging thick. Push through the silver keys, deep and heavy. Now we start the chase. Bass player walking a crooked line, tenor bar catching up to the beat, no flash. Just the weight of the night, tongue on the roof of the mouth, heart attack on the downbeat. Then we let the phrase drift like smoke through the rafters. Slide into the low notes where the truth lies. Clock on the wall stopped years ago. Nobody checks, they're watching the dark. Just the pulse of the snares, brushing the scatty. A nod to the cat in the corner, we trade force. But the horn says more than the mouth could ever. So much more. Back to the head now. Cooler than when we started. One last breath, held until the reeds scream soft. Then the silence comes. Pack it in the velvet case. Step out to the street lamps. Let the night take the rest. The bighorn stays behind. Done for now. Done for now. Done for now. Yeah. Check. Yeah. Luxury tax. Silk labels grazing, the lobster tail platter. Calculated movements while the feds gather. Pardon my posture, it's the weight of the burden. Linen curtains, hide the bricks we were turning. Used to be the basement, walking through the crime scene. The rhythm is a pivot, avoiding the metal. Stakes high, waiting for the dust to settle. Fiscal dollar vanish, cause a pistol we manage. Every architectural plans for the new residential. Professional hitters checking every credential. Per transactional loyalty, we pay for the silence. Symphony playing over echoes of violence. Velvet rope separates the wolf from the flock. Checking the complications on the paddock watch. No love in the business, just surgical precision. The dance is a circle of sharks in a suit. Harvesting the branches of a poisonous fruit. Sea bass and saffron in a private lounge. Far from the days we had to scavenge and scrounge. Never back there, we moved up. Wagyu steaks and the taste of the winter. Subpoenaed ghosts sitting down for dinner. The ballroom is crowded but the circle is tight. Keeping the heavy machinery out of sight. Mathematical patterns in the way that I glide. 36 ounces with nowhere to hide. The cadence is steady like a heavy drum loop. Feeding the wolves from a silver suit. Textile status covers up the old scars. Counting the bars under these northern stars. It's a cold waltz through a legal minefield. Refusing to break and refusing to yield. Handshakes are hollow like a hollow point shell. The jewelry is armor for the spirit inside. Nowhere to run and nowhere to reside. Just a dance, stay in rhythm. Paranoia peaking when the music gets slow. Watching the exits for the people I know. Fine dining rituals for a survivor's appetite. Moving the weight through the darkest silk and steel. Keep the tempo. Don't miss a step. The feds are just another audience. Yeah. Professional. Stay focused. Stay focused. Ow. Yeah. It is different now. The brick dust washed off my palms. Brick dust washed off my palms. Spent years counting paper under dim lamps. Now the silk hangs heavy as more than just a currency. Evolution is more than just a currency. It is the spirit shedding its old layer, looking in the glass at a ruler instead of a ghost running from sirens. The firmament shifted while I was sleeping. The firmament planted fruit where the asphalt cracked. I am planting fruit where the asphalt cracked. Growth is a quiet kind of movement, rap kind of movement did. Maneuvering through of my thoughts is different. The external of my thoughts is different. The architecture of my thought is different. The architecture of my thoughts is different. Polished leather on the wide wood floor. Polished leather on the wide wood floor. I resurrected the boy from the lobby. Cycles break when the vision clears. The essence of a man is his rebirth. The essence of a man is his rebirth. Embracing the shift, no longer afraid. No longer afraid. The weight of the world feels lighter now. I watch the youth chasing the same echoes, same corners, just different brand names. I try to speak just different brand names. I try to speak on the infinite path, about the burden of the silver chain compared to the weight of the iron lock. My lineage is more than just surviving. It is a dynasty built on hard lessons. The morning light hits the high terrace, waking up without that familiar paranoia. Just the clarity of a road well chosen. The soul is a garden needing constant care. I finally pulled the weeds from my heart. I finally pulled the weeds from my heart. Steady breath, steady breath. New skin, same heart, just a different view. Solar return. Solar return. The sun keeps spinning. Yeah. Yeah. Solar flares hitting the copper on the hydrant. Silent alignment, I am finding the climate vibrant. Indigo horizons, hiding the violence of time. You are my impress. Divine essence in the grime. Pavement, radiating heat like a furnace floor. I do not yearn for more, just tribal connection. Godly projection, seeing my soul in your reflection. The sun is baking the spirit out the sidewalk, circling the project towers like a guardian. Hardened by the street, but your aura was a garden. I am sitting on the crate, sipping water, staying pleasant like a warm vinyl skip on a cracked record player. Layer after layer, I am shedding the prayer for a comeback. We move past the physical plane. You were the moon to my tides, now the sun takes over. Wandering soul, no longer looking for cover. Yeah. Everything returns to the source, naturally through the cosmic course. Cosmic course. Everything returns to the source, letting go without any force. Yeah. Without any force. Third eye open, watching humidity rise. No disguise, I see the truth in the skies. The way you move was a mudra, a sacred sign. Back when our frequencies started to align. Now the heat is a blanket, a heavy embrace. I can still see the geometry in your face. Etched in the brick where we walk felt like a home. But the system is shifting, the seasons are turning. No more burning, just to watching through the haze of the heat. Ancient wisdom found on a dead-end street. I keep my vibration high, head to the light. Even when the noon is a ritual, a slow-motion dance. Giving the universe a second chance to show me why the path had to demerge it from the urge to merge with the surge. Peace in the marrow, zen in the struggle. Escaping the bubble, rising from the rubble. Everything returns to the source, naturally through the cosmic course. Cosmic course. Everything returns to the source, letting go without any force. Without any force. Let it breathe. It is all a cycle. The sun stays up. Indigo. Solar return. Yeah. Peace.
Check the levels. Yeah. Queen of the district. Huh. Keep that bass walking. Toscano cigar smoke filling up the booth. Patek Philippe ticking, revealing the reality in the Chef Philippe ticking. We're custom draped in ink, don't blink when I order the Target Lowerts. In a Chanel suit, custom draped in ink. Don't blink when I order Target lowered. Sink 'em down. The rhythm section knows who pays the rent. Every drum represents a dollar earned. Authentic moves in a world of cheap nylon. I'm the iron fist wrapped in silk. Beluga caviar on a silver plate. Managing the shipment, keeping the schedule. Mink dragging heavy on the club floor. Lock the heavy bolts on the cellar entry. Lock it tight. The pianist knows how to master noise, turning nightmare scenes into feverish music. Cashmere lining for the cold steel frame. Everybody in the district knows the boss. Heavy brass wailing, keep the rhythm tight. Taking what I want under the dark sky. Raw talent, cold heart, pure velvet soul. Losing my grip is the only failure. Lose it all. Saxophone is crying like a widow at the wake. Calculate the percentage, take your fair portion. Crocodile skin boots clicking on the stage. Writing my own chapters, burning the records. Meritrating queen with a syndicate thirst. Metroplating queen with a syndicate thirst. Put the bag first, strike with precision. Loose lips sing yachts in the harbor bay. Listen to the music, hear the unspoken. Don't say a word. Listen to the music, hear the unspoken. Transaction completed on the wire transfer. Visualize your empires through the hazy glass. Moving with the weight of the elite. High class. No rehearsal for the life I claim. Planting every bullet like a heavy seed. All intensity found in the barrel's heat. Walking like a goddess on a private path. Heavy brass wailing, keep the rhythm tight. Taking what I want under the dark sky. Raw talent, cold heart, pure velvet soul. Losing my grip is the only failure. Lose it all. Recession never ends. Just the playage, pack the instruments. We move at dawn.
Wait for the present day. Yeah. Fading now. Indigos resting on the brickwork. Street sweepers brush the day's debris away. I stand between the heavy breaths of a world that forgot how to sleep. My lungs hold the weight of yesterday, exhaling into the crisp morning air. No noise but the drone of distant transit, moving souls toward a paycheck and a prayer. The radiator stops its metallic clicking, a silence that rings in the ear. Looking for a sign in the condensation on the glass of the front window. Wait for the horizon to break the tension. A pale blue promise, something different. Acceptance settles in the marrow of my bone. Wait for the present day. Watching the indigo turn to ash. Indigo turn to ash. I see ancestors in the rising steam from the iron covers near the corner store. They say the struggle is a circle, but the radius expands with every lesson. Check the rhythm of the city's pulse. Check the rhythm of the city's pulse. Slowing down before the heavy morning rush. My spirit is a vessel for the stillness. Before the noise cracks the peace open. No more running from the coming light, just standing firm as the sky softens. I accept the burden of another day with a heart that's heavy but honest. Wait for the horizon to break the tension. A pale blue promise, something different. Acceptance settles in the marrow of my bones. Wait for the present day. Watching the indigo turn to ash. Indigo turn to ash. Let it break. Let it break. The blue is fading now.